Hi, it's Dr. Sandy Queen with Queen Homeschool Supplies, and today I want to start a new video series that I'm going to call How Are You Coping? These videos are all shot during the coronavirus epidemic of 2020, and so those of us who have been stuck in the house for we don't even know how many weeks now, because most of us have lost track of time, being that we're stuck in our homes and can't do anything that would be our normal schedule that would keep us counting and keeping track of days. But anyhow, I want to talk a little bit about how are you coping, and so these next several videos will be on this topic, just looking at various subtopics, if you will. The first one I want to talk about is just how are you coping with, one way that we can really help ourselves cope during this time is to reprioritize things that maybe we thought were important before, but now we're looking at life from a different viewpoint, and maybe we feel like some of those things that we thought were so important aren't so important anymore. And maybe also we're dealing with stress, and that's one of the things that I want to address in these videos, is dealing with different types of stress that you may be encountering during this time. And one of them would be just the physical stress from dealing with chemicals, and just the stress mentally from all that's going on in the world right now, and just some different ways that we can help ourselves to cope. So I want to share just some things from our book at queenhomeschool.com called Natural Beauty, and this is found under the Natural Health section. And Natural Beauty is a book that I wrote a few years ago with a couple of my daughters. We don't use chemicals wherever we can get away with not using chemicals, and we all enjoyed trips to the spa, things like that. Well, right now, of course, we can't get out and go to the spa even if we wanted to, but we put together this book called Natural Beauty because we wanted some spa-like recipes for skincare and hair care and nail care and things like that that weren't full of the chemicals that most of these products are. So one of the things that I'm doing to help me cope through this time is just some extra pampering time. I'm a very busy homeschooling mom and wife and Sunday school teacher and author and speaker. I'm a naturopathic doctor running a wellness center. So I stay pretty busy most days, and even right now I'm still pretty busy with my wellness center for obvious reasons. But one thing that I want to remember to do is to make time to balance my own stress, and one of those would include to not load my body down with products that are full of harmful chemicals, which are going to stress me physically. And so I use a lot of these products. I've been using them more and more lately because here I am stuck at home and I have the time to do things like mash a banana and stick it on my face and sit there for half an hour while it gives me the benefits. So one of the masks in here that I did last night was to put in a blender a very ripe banana. I had 2 very ripe bananas sitting there, and I don't like to see things go to waste. Of course, nobody would eat them because they were that ripe, and so nobody's been in the mood for smoothies lately, where I normally would stick them in a baggie in the freezer for smoothies. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get that book out, and I'm gonna find a mask that I can make with the banana. So I did. This one is just a very ripe banana, a tablespoon of raw cacao powder or cocoa powder if you have that instead, and a tablespoon of raw honey, and just blend that in the blender, stick it on your face, leave it there for about 20 minutes, and if you're not allergic to any of those ingredients, it's a very good thing for any type of skin. So there's just a little thing that you can do to encourage yourself to just, who doesn't like the smell of chocolate, right? You can even lick your fingers off after you put it on your face. So something to encourage you by, again, from our book Natural Beauty, which you can find under the Natural Health section at queenhomeschool.com. Join me tomorrow and I will talk about a completely different subject about coping through this time.